Hey folks, welcome to Fresh Produce. I'm Pete from BTI. Today I've got special guest Christian Ahrens from Endura Clothing running us through the winter line. Now, we've had Endura in the catalog for several months now. I did a previous video kind of with a brief introduction, but let's take a deeper dive into some of the winter stuff. Endura is really well known for winter gear, right? You're from Scotland. That's kind of the background.
Yeah, you could say it's our bread and butter. Totally. Wet and cold is certainly the climate we live in and breathe in, and all of this product was made by riders and designed by riders. So many people view us as a fall-winter brand. So I'm excited to show you guys some of the product that BTI has brought in to make this brand more accessible for you and your shop in the coming winter months.
That's a really key part, making this stuff easy to order quickly for bike shops out there. But we started, well, this isn't great for video, but we started with all black. We know it's what really riders want to wear out there, and I think going to be easy to stock on the shelves. These are also super versatile pieces that are going to deserve a spot in just about every shop out there in some way or another. So.
Yeah, absolutely. To speak to that, not every bike shop is going to have a wet weather or a winter weather section, but there are certainly some essentials here that you're going to want to pick up to keep your riders going throughout winter. So let's start with the road overshoe.
Perfect.
This is a great piece to keep you going throughout the winter. It is both waterproof, windproof, and insulated. So depending on where you are, this should keep you warm no matter what. It does also have some nice reflective bits on it, and everything is double and triple stitched where it matters. So you're not ripping these when you're taking them on and off.
I know I've been through a few pairs of overshoes, so that's nice to rely on one pair for more than just a few rides. Cool.
Yeah. And I think that, in the same oeuvre of keeping you warm and dry, we can just go right to the freezing point lobster. This is our premier winter glove, and it really checks all the boxes. So compared to some of the other ones on the market, I do think these are a little more streamlined, a little less bulky, which is going to give you that extra dexterity. But at the same time, just like the road overshoes, they're waterproof, they're windproof, they're insulated with Primaloft Gold.
That's key.
So they're going to keep you warm well below freezing, even if it's wet or not. And then when you are wearing these and it is that time of year and it's cold and you don't want to take your gloves off, they fortunately work real well at just popping off with your phone. So that's something that's a nice part of these nice faux leather
I noticed that was a whole material, so you'll even be able to pinch and zoom with the thumb. You don't have to hit a certain stitch or anything.
Exactly.
That's cool. It also looks like your pinky and fourth finger are going to share some warmth. That's the whole point of a lobster, but you'll still be able to actuate road brakes easy.
Absolutely. Road or mountain bike, these work well. And that's part of the reason why they don't have the taxonomy of one of our lines, because this is really a glove that when you get to those cold months, fat biking, mountain biking, road biking, gravel, this is the glove.
Sweet. That thing actually looks warm enough. I might wear it on the ski hill on a nicer day up there. So
absolutely.
Those are some super nice gloves, but they're up around $90. Let's talk about the strike gloves that are just only $50. I think that's a pretty easy buy for anybody that wants to stay warm.
Yeah, at $50 retail, there's really not a warmer, drier option out there for your customer. These do have a nice padded palm as well as silicone grippers, but really what you're paying for is the fact that you're not going to freeze your digits during the winter.
Totally.
They are completely waterproof. They do have a nice snot wipe down the forefinger.
We know that's necessary in the winter.
And they, again, for the utility side of things, they do have an extra stitching at the thumb seam to keep these going year after year.
Sweet. That sounds great. Now, if it's not quite that cold, or if we want a little more breathability, I'm going to be working up a bit of a sweat, let's move on to these windproof gloves.
Yeah, so the single track windproof glove is our shoulder season offering.
Yeah.
This is definitely in the mountain bike range with the single track name, but I find these useful for commuting. I'll wear them on the road, really anytime the weather starts to get below 50 degrees.
Yeah.
And I want something that's still breathable. This is the glove. You've got the windproof layer on the top, but you do still have full dexterity in the palm of the glove.
Yeah, this is really like a summer, almost there's zero padding. It's a really thin material, so you're going to get a good feel on the bars.
Yeah, so if you're a rider that doesn't like wearing gloves in the summer season, this might be the great fall winter glove for you, because it does maintain all of that dexterity. And then it does have the nice full snot wipe on the thumb, which is pretty nice going into the winter season.
Sweet. All right, well, let's shift a little bit. We've got arm and leg warmers. These all use the same fabrics. It's just really different shape, so we don't need to spend a ton of time on these. But what caught my eye on these is just the full like fleece inner. They seem super comfortable.
Yeah, they are. And to speak to that, we're trying to do more with less here.
Yeah.
They're a very lightweight overall piece, but they are fleece lined. On the exterior, they are DWR coated, so you do get a little bit of water resistance there. Water will bead. Keep you just dry in a light spritz.
Yeah, and the splashing, like riding on the road on a wet road, if it's not raining, you're still going to get your ankles and knees soaked, right? So that splashing will be
Yeah,
really
and then
blocking.
also to speak to the lightweight and the stretch to them, you'll notice when you do go to the full leg warmer, we don't have a zip on there. I think that, again, is just going to the fact that they feel just like a tight when you put them on. They don't bunch up. They form fit to the body really well.
Yeah,
and they
super
wear
stretchy.
pretty light.
Cool. And then arm as well, but that's kind of the same thing. So, okay, we've got another unique piece here. This is a merino wool helmet liner. This seems really unique. I don't know of a lot of other pieces that are just so thin. And I like this material just in terms of its versatility.
Yeah, I think that's, if you get into the deepest of winter, you're probably wearing a dedicated cap with thick earpieces. But again, speaking to that shoulder season of maybe 50 to 30 degrees, this is a really great piece. It breathes really well, but as good wool does, it keeps you warm. If it does get wet, those heating properties don't go away. And it does have a nice double stitching over the ears. But if it starts to get warm, or say you put it on in the beginning of a warm ride, or a cold ride, but it's gotten warmer, you can very easily flip it up over the ears.
Sweet. Yeah.
Very easy to throw in a pocket to bring just in case, and fits under almost every type of helmet.
Yeah, super thin. I just think that's a nice piece. All right, so speaking of versatile stuff, we've covered a little bit the pants in the previous video, but I just want to take a minute to discuss the Endura pants. These are the Burner Light. This is really a summer weight pant.
Yeah, so our marketing speak for that is it is essentially pants for summer.
Cool.
But that being said, that's in Scotland. When we understand that in the US, especially for our southernmost states, these are going to be great going into the fall season. They are DWR coated like all of our pants are.
Even though they're super thin, they're still going to block splashes and
exactly, while being breathable. They're cut with a really nice taper to them, so they fit pads just fine if you're taking these to the bike parks, maybe getting in a few laps before the season closes this year.
Totally. All right, but moving along, I think maybe something a little more shoulder season, really all season, but this is, what's this one called?
That's the single track trouser. So this is our bomb proof. This is our best selling pant. And we're finding use across multiple disciplines: downhill riders, trail riders, fat bikers, bike packers. This is a super great pant. It looks and wears like a normal trouser would, but has a ton of bike specific features. It has zipper venting. It's got multiple zip pockets. It does have a nice fit system to it. And again, DWR coated, triple stitching. These are going to last you for years of great comfortable riding.
Cool. I really think this seems like some kind of key pieces that, like I said, will fit in every shop. So if you'd like to try these out on your next wet weather ride, make sure you ask at your local bike shop and tell them BTI sent you.